Hi everybody, my name is Jojo. I'm 10 years old and I like playing basketball, and I'm very happy to learn basketball, and I encourage other people to do it because it is a very nice game and you may enjoy it when you learn to play it. It doesn't take much time for you to know how to play that game, but if you want to know that game, it will be easier for you to play it very easily.
This is a story of how the KSBC Minileague came about. The league understood the need to mentor kids with the game of basketball.
Myself, I'm very happy to learn basketball, and I encourage people to play the game because it is a good game, and my coach Chris has been able to train me and my team, so I encourage you all to play the game, and it's a very good game.
Always try to be different, that's the best part. I will teach you something, but you have to work it on yourself. You have to work it yourself, alright? Always be different, do something for yourself. Is that how it's gonna be? Who's going to be different? Be different, work hard, be different, okay? Let's run, let's try to run, encourage ourselves, be determined. This is our game. This is your game, this is our game. Thank you so much for coming.
Okay. You know, for us as a league, we look at basketball from a number of perspectives. But just in a nutshell, basketball is a sport that really teaches young people a lot of things, especially kids of a young age, maybe between 7 to around 12 years old, how to be responsible, and how to be better people. Once they join society, they'll have a lot of things to add on to. So, basketball as a sport can teach you basic teamwork, how to work with others in whichever situation, maybe when you're under pressure or not, and how to relate with others in the best way possible. And it also teaches you things like discipline, how to respect your coach and your fellow players, and how to coexist with them peacefully. Responsibility, people, especially young people, learning to take responsibility, especially maybe when they make mistakes on the court and the likes. So just to mention a few, those are some of the things that basketball as a sport can impart into a kid's life.
A trip to the finals is ever a dream of teams in the KSBC Minileague. In 2018, Jedi Order won the first ever championship of the KSBC Minileague.
Okay, so the 2018 season was the first season we played together as Jedi Order. The team captain Ken just called me, said there's a league starting in Kahawa. I should join them. So the good thing about the team, although it was a new team, we had played together for quite a while, so chemistry was not an issue. Most of the players we have there are veterans. They understand the game. We never trained together. We just knew what we had to do on the court. Each one of us had his or her role. We included even Sheila there. The team was fun. The league was fun. The good thing about it, there was a 24-second shot clock. But the hardest series that we played that year was the finals against For Christ. A well-built team, had the likes of Vimba, Cinda. I think it was game 3. We were one-ups. Kolo, one of our key players, we depend on him a lot, hurt his ankle. So we had to play the next 2 games without him. The good thing, I think we won both, because he came back for game 5 and we managed to win the championship. It was quite a good season for a new team.
KSBC League solely intended to invest in the use of a shot clock in the game of basketball. This significantly improved the standard of basketball in the league.
Management of the league decided to solely invest in the introduction of a shot clock into our league. Majority of the leagues in this country have not invested in the introduction of the 24 the 24 clock, and it has significantly improved the game of the players, majority of the players in the KSBC league.
On introduction of the shot clock, it helped the league based on wasting of time, how you can organize your offense, and the majority of teams you find that now they have a structured offense that is based on a 24-second offense pattern, where within the 24 seconds you are required to perform some certain plays, not even necessarily within the 24. Let's say in the first 8 or the 14 you can perform your plays, and when it doesn't work, the remaining 6 or can be used for offensive execution. So it has helped the league, where other leagues, the difference between that and other leagues is based on time wasting, where you find that some people just play unstructured basketball, and even when it reaches the 4th quarter, a team can just play mileage and waste time with the ball just because there is no shot clock to regulate an offensive pattern in any team.
Every beginning has its own challenges, and KSBC Minileague is no exception.
Find some teams coming from very far, and they are in the fixtures, so they have, most of those teams don't have sponsorship, so they have to support themselves to come to the league venue or the playing venue. So one challenge that they face is that most of them don't have transport to camp, so you'll get teams arriving 3 members or 2 members of the team, and we have to wait a long time before they all arrive. So that is a challenge that we need to think around and see how we can solve it, or help teams solve it, so that these issues not become teething issues in the league.
Some of the challenges that the league is facing, I would start with the main one, that is most of the teams or individuals, availability is an issue, because many other teams or individuals playing in the same team in our league are involved in other teams or in other leagues out there apart from KSBC league. So that's one of the challenges. Another challenge is that we will always want or wish that we have 3 referees, but at the moment or in the past 3 seasons that we have managed, we can only manage to have 2. So that's only another challenge.
The main challenge we faced in the league was the timing of the games, because most of us play for other teams. We can't play over the weekend. Some of us work, so sometimes getting to the court at 5:30 was a bit of a challenge. Also, we didn't have many players. We are very few. I think we were 8 at most. We never got 12 players at any particular point. Another thing was the reffing in the league. It was adjusting to the rules there. What was tough. You talk to the referee, it gives you a technical. Wandutu was trigger happy to give us steals all the time. So but it was, we managed to adapt to him, and at the end of it all, we knew he was reffing, and we managed to adapt to his style of reffing.
Driven by principles of integrity, accountability, and presence, such is why the success of the league is nurtured on.
Whenever it comes to any league, how the finances are managed really matters. And finances is what determine or shows you how good a league is or how good a league is managed. But for us at KSBC, ever since we started, we have our own people who do the finances, and once in a while, in whichever social platforms that we do have, be it mainly on WhatsApp, all the members of the league, especially officials, do get an update, a financial update in terms of how the league is doing financially. And any money is deposited, within the league, each and every official is aware, that money has come into the league. Hence, we make sure that, everyone is aware of what is happening within the league financially. So that's how we ensure that there's financial accountability in the whole league, and, no sinister thing might happen.
Second ever All-Stars was held. It became a spectacle, with both conferences competing to have best of fun. The Eastern Conference emerged victorious.
The All-Star game, wow. I participated in the All-Star game as a coach. I was the coach of the Eastern Conference. I took part in the dunk contest as a judge, and I would say that this was the best All-Star KSBC had ever held. We had the fans, we had the players. The game was as interesting as it could get. I remember it just like it was yesterday. And I believe all the fun people had that day, wow. It was really a lovely day. For the families that came, to all the players, the fans that he came with. We had people from all the other teams also participating in the weekend, from the first day, Friday to Sunday, the All-Star game. It was a spectacle. Yeah, I'd say it was a spectacle.
Following year, Legends outlasted the KU Pirates in a hard-fought Game 5 win to take the title home.
Entering the 2019 season of the KSBC League as the title favourites to win the league, we were leading the playoff finals by 2-0 against the Legends. The game was overturned to us, and apparently they won the game at 3-2. So being up 1-0, we felt like we could have this, and then we went for the second game. During the second game, it was a bit easier. Again, we took the lead and got heads of our Legends, and we won it. So the series was at 2-0. Going home, we knew that this was a series to take home. This KSBC 2019 was going to be a year. So we were coming for Game 3, and that's when things started falling apart for us. First, it started with our defense. Our defense was outshined by the Legends, where they had good fast break guards who outshined us terribly. So they took the game 3, and we had to come back next for Game 4 with a sharp mind.
I think for the finals, it was pretty. I can't say it was easy, but it's quite a good team. They gave us a run for not for the money, but for the competition. we were not anticipating that it would be that good, though we know they are really good players. But this came to show how, as a league, they've kind of matured into something, a force that you can't really contain, because we really tried to contain them the first 2 games. We found out that it was really hard because we were trying to kind of get into their system. But as Legends, well, Legends, you know who a legend is? A legend is the end of an old, is at the beginning of a legend, and that's what we are. So we had to regroup and rethink about our strategies and how we are formatting ourselves on the playground and play with the space that we had. Plus, I have to give it to our point guards. They really did a good job. That's Toby, Ian, Derek, yeah, and the Tom. They really did a good job on the offensive side, and also recovering on the defensive side. Since we really have big people who, big people usually defensively, they're not that tight. They are big, but they're not that tight. But the guards really helped us out. So it was just a game won by the guards. That's what I've always been seeing. And yeah, credits also to our big men and I usually say he's not a big man. He's our smallest guy because he shoots like he's always on the money shot. That's for him. He really did a good job. Deng did a good job. The two wheelies did a good job. So it was really a team effort. That's what I'm getting into. It was really a team effort because I would name everyone. They really did a good job. And also one of our members who is no longer with us, is with Parkrams Pato, also did a really good job getting us to the finals before he got injured. So we are really a family and a team. So winning it was just about being a team. It wasn't about being just legends. It was about now being the real legends.